I'm going to still count this as part of the Tiltren County stuff. But we're going to go ahead and cross this border and go track down that guy, that team that belongs to that bandit camp right there. Also, a way to save calendar time is go ahead and activate your Piton and then pause by hitting spacebar. Right, see, I can still figure out where I want to put the Piton now. If I don't do it this way, then the time is still passing as I'm trying to figure out a nice spot for the Piton. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Now, I don't know how I can get back is the issue. I may have to pay just to come back. Is that worth it then? I want to be careful about putting it too close to the edge in case the game ever updates its map and tries to change up where some of the borders are. So I'll put it right there. It's a couple steps away. We look at the map. There's a shore here, but I don't think I could go past this line. So it's viable, but maybe I didn't try hard enough, but it's viable that I could. Here's the border. I'm not sure if I've checked to this side, so we will need to look at that. The reason I'm talking about those things is over here in the first rat's nest we did, if we kept going in this direction, that'd be another country or region or whatever you call it. And I want to try to do things one region at a time. But this quest is for the bandits' lair, and the bandits of that lair are on the other side of this border crossing. So I guess we will try to track them down. Let's go to camp. Oh, you have to let me know if you like the fade out camp better than the jump camp. So I'll show those, and you can let me know if there's a preference that you have for that. In the previous episode, I did the jump camp because it saves a few seconds for the viewer, but it's definitely more abrupt when you're watching it. Let's double check actually before we go on. Escapability low. High, but it's 0%. Low. Low. Yeah. Now let's check our food. We're paying that day, so we'll go ahead and feed them this, but it looks like I don't have enough food. I mean, I could eat this other one, and that's fine. It's definitely a waste, though, if I eat both of them at once. I don't have any food left on me. I have plenty of food stored, but I'm trying to gain the aesthetic. What do you call it? Is that even enough food? I didn't even check. No, my companions are hungry. That's fine. I'm trying to gain the aesthetic trait, which says that you consume one food less. And the only way to do that is to go around with little food. I'm finally starting to get the hang of being a thief. If I ever leave this group, I'll know how to make a living. I guess we'll get a +1 relationship with close companions, or maybe 256 XP as a thief. That's a lot. Can I look at your? Oh, he's friends with a lot of people. I would think that adores would go below loves. I mean, loves sounds like a stronger emotion, but okay. What did he see as his thief? Oh, it's not even enough to level him up. It's fine. We'll go ahead and do +1 relationship with close companions. Strategist like War Pony. We're also super wanted. Because I stole those skill books. We are on the opposite side of that bandit camp now. So here's the bandit camp. This is a mountain range. These might be, yeah, see that skull? I'm assuming these are my targets. Either that or they're a skull for another camp. The question is, how do I get back? Maybe that's how I get to some of the pickups that I saw on the other side of the map. There's some plateaus where I couldn't reach from this side, so maybe that's how. They don't have a leader, so this is actually going to be more easier than some of the other fights I've been in. They're level 6, which is still easier than some of the other fights I've been in. I've had enemies that hit me for like 75 just in the first strike. They're just consistently kicking my butt. Now, I do win, but it's still very costly. Is that all my guys? I guess so. Let's get fighter up there. Move Vanguard there. Move this in closer. I do like the idea of tying up that poacher, but that's fine. I want to have someone by himself and get killed out there. So I guess fighter could take care of it. He could pretty much take care of himself out there, I think. He has 53% guard, and he's got leather straps, which increases guard by 10%. So he'll have 63% guard, which just basically means he has 63% damage reduction as long as he has armor. Okay. Whoops. And there. Wow, that is a pretty massive grouping here. We'll want to attack the wrongdoer because he's going to apply for agility if we don't. There's two wrongdoers right there. I can easily identify them by their shield more than anything else. So I'll need to attack both wrongdoers. Maybe my wrongdoer will attack both of them. Can we reach that? Probably. I think we could. Alright. And we'll put the executioner to deal with both of these guys. Because he has a shield. Alright, I think that's good. Since we're ambushing them, they didn't get to seem to move. Sometimes it's that you get a complete free round, and sometimes they just take extra damage. I definitely like the free round better. I don't know if there's a pattern to this or not. Which does mean that I don't actually have to worry about getting shot in the first round. That means we will go ahead and put him over here. Yeah, well, if we do get all the first moves, then I'll go and start taking my shots now. Using the orderly ability on your captain is amazing. It gives you double valor points. How far can you go? Fairly far. See, anybody else need to apply buffs? I can apply one to fighter, but I'm pretty full on valor points at the moment. Oh, this will give me a huge opening salvo, though, if I choose to do so. Let's go ahead and we'll wait a turn. Okay, who's given them looting experience? It's the both of these wrongdoers. So I'd have to kill both of the wrongdoers to get rid of their critical damage. Alright, and maybe the wolf can wait a second. Maybe he'll beat a hit bleeding on someone. Let's work down here again. Deep stabilizing strike's kind of a waste on him, but it is an extra hit. Maybe Executioner? Executioner cannot reach that far because he wasn't part of War Pony. Unfortunately, the charge is not super long. I would like it to be like as far as your movement speed. That would just be amazing. But it's only 6. So we got Brutality and Fury. So when they say end of turn, they mean end of this action. And we got Brutality from Armor Breaker, and we got Fury from Relentless Charge. So now she's going to do an extra 80% damage on her next strike. That's not... Alright, let me think here. Guess we'll just hit... These two are too far. Maybe these two? Let's see, that's another Poacher. I guess these two are just good enough. That's some nice damage. Don't want to be too close, because they will end up chopping me with that axe right there. Now, he can run here and chop him. That's fine. He'll be completely surrounded in that case. That was intentional on my part. Because right now they're all spread out, so I'm having to think a little more. Let's see, let's go ahead and send the dog in. So we can hit some bleeding damage on this wrongdoer and tie him up. Apparently he still has fragility. I thought it would disable as soon as he attacks. He has fragility because he gave this guy protection. Alright, so I know that now. Don't run up to an ally and then attack. Okay, let's try to engage one more opponent. Oh, Wolf didn't finish his turn yet. There we go. Yeah, he still got fragility. Alright, so let's try to engage someone else then. Why didn't your guard go away? I hit you with wrongdoer. I hate how this tooltip just stays in your face. Alright, so one of the things they did as a patch was prevent you from using the move to figure out where your enemies were. When you moved, it wouldn't show them if the enemy was hidden in the fog. So what you could do is select the enemy and select move, and it would show like, oh, he can't move there must be an enemy. They'll worry about that stuff, which is fine. That is a game thing, but that's really not noticeable to the normal player, and it's like, whatever. Why don't you deal with the tooltip stuff that's going to affect every player? Okay, so I was so busy ranting about that I have 9 meters left to go. I can kick him and then run back over here. I just won't be in a perfect position. Let's do that. So we'll kick him. Okay. We'll go ahead and disengage. We'll go ahead and protect first, I guess. Disengage. Take 2 damage and slice him. So now he has no armor anyway, so destabilization was not totally necessary. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and move over here. We'll weaken him. This is the first time I'm using disengage to back off from an enemy on purpose to do damage. So now he'll do less damage, possibly for his whole turn. But I don't have protection on. I don't know if that's 15 damage before modifiers. If I look at the other guy, it's 22. So yeah, this must be after all the after being weakened. So I will still eat 15 damage, probably about 7 less than that with guard on. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and disengage. Take the 7 damage. Swing at him. Then we'll slice at him again. And get another Valor point. That's the first time I've done that kind of combo. But it's kind of something I've been working towards. Alright, now in his turn. And we have a lot of people engaged in battle, but they are kind of spread out, which is one of the things I don't like. I mean, that's obviously part of the game, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't like it in terms of how my battle will progress. Let's see here, what's my range on stuff? Oh, and the archer has, if I look at her stats, she has this light feathers, it says range +1. I did try putting this on, say, the thief, and his orderly range, where is orderly? I guess his orderly range is still 3 meters. His elder guard range is still 4 meters. His smoke screen is still 10 meters. None of that changed. I mean, I get it. It's still it's these are feathers. I get it. But for the same reason, like if there was a spear in the map, I would love it if my war opponent could go and use the spear on an enemy. I would call that a bug. All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and that's as far as I can move. So I guess we'll just throw at him. Then I guess if I forced recoil, I could have moved someone else into the line. Oh no, I wouldn't want to move him because he's gonna get attacked of opportunity. Can I get all 3 of these? Probably not. Oh yeah, I can. Alright, that was a phenomenal first action in the game. It's too far. I could do the forced recoil to move people closer for my combo attacks, but I think we're done. We haven't killed any of the enemies yet, but we did a ton of damage. Now we just need to make that damage count. He has 1, 2, 3 archers that we could totally nullify damage for if we run up to them. All right, let me think here. We could probably do the same shenanigan on this guy. He will be shooting us for 15 damage, and I don't know if we get knocked back. So that'd be about 7 to 13 damage. So we'd have to use weaken first. Let's try it. So we'll taunt. Why didn't you taunt? I clicked it. Then we'll disengage. We'll see if he pushes us. Okay, we got to have our attack of opportunity. Now, maybe he would have pushed us if we didn't have Riposte. I don't know. So now we're going to destabilize and strike just for the damage. Disengage again. And we'll slice him. Alright, so that's 1 archer down. If I stand in his face, he probably won't shoot me. Realistically, I should have sliced him, but I was getting over eager to finish him off. Okay, so this guy's moving. We want to try to prevent him from striking someone fragile. Bet I could do 61 damage with her. Trying to find the right angle where she can charge through. So like around the battlefield, you just see her zipping around back and forth. Who's next? You're next. And you would poison, right? Yeah. I know she has Fury, and she can probably hit 2 people. Whoa, okay, yeah, that's that's even better. Goodbye, 103. That's the most damage I've done all game. All right, who's next? You are next. If I can get in the dog's position, I might be able to hit all 3, but I doubt it. I'd have to move both of these 2, and that would make him able to move. Dealing with that hoodlum will probably be an issue, so what we'll do is dart over here, and we'll force recoil him into the mud. I haven't done that before. Normally I just force recoil so that they end up getting into an attack. So he's not out of the count just yet, but that gave Hoodlum, that gave Strategist something to do. And there's no way I can smoke screen him, that's way too far. Alright, so he will take his turn. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it stacks. That's probably, let's see there. If I had to guess, that's probably about 4 meters. He has 6 movement. So, maybe that is about 3 meters. Maybe it does stack. Okay. Now we'll have her take a shot at him. It's not enough to kill him unless it's like a crit. Which it was not. Okay, who's next? So, Marauder is next. How can we disable you? I think we can. You're very, very bulky right now. Okay, so who's after? The Poacher is after, so we try to kill both of those guys at first, if we can. And then this Hoodlum. He still has fragility? Come on, man. Oh, wait, maybe it's because he's next to somebody. Let me read the exact text message. When this unit is not engaged in combat. Yeah, I was totally engaged in battle at that point. Okay, well, whatever. So let's say we stand here. Yeah, it's gone. So we'll bite him for the bleeding. And we should be able to not have to evasion. I don't think they're supposed to teleport. It's just my computer lags. So, how much would you do? You do enough to kill him. Still want to take care of this one. So we're going to kick him in the face. Move over here. War pony everybody. I used protection on that, so I was ready for that attack. I guess in a way I did nullify him. Alright, so it should be this archer next. We have the 2 axe guys over here. Well, this one's a mace girl. He's got galvanization if I'm next to 2 opponents, which is not going to happen on anybody, and she can remove guard. He's got guard, so we'll use henchmen on him. Now, I don't think I'll be able to get the surrounded bonus on this, but I can at least get the supported bonus if I choose to do so. I don't think it's really necessary. I'd probably rather get in position over here. Let's position my guy right here. If he chooses to attack on this angle, that means that I will be able to just take a couple steps around and hit them with a galvanized attack. Well, I could also just tie him up too. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. That is the reason why I saved Wrongdoer after all. I mean, not saved her from being sent to the jail, but saved her turn. Oh, she didn't actually break the armor or break the guard because it has to be over 30%. Let's see here. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have that item anymore. That's what happened. I gave the guard breaker to Vanguard. That's what happened. I forgot about that. Okay. You're probably thinking no duh, but for me, for me, I've been using her for who knows how long, with that as my go-to strat. Okay, that hoodlum will take his turn. Okay, now his turn's done. Might be able to push him for a galvanized strike. Poacher would be next. He's inspired, so what we can do use my second orderly, more tactical. I'm going to call it orderly, even though when I say that, I think of the hospital people. Allies around this unit gain the orderly status. I don't want to get in the way of the axe strike, but I think he will be. Okay, now it's the poacher. Since he's inspired, we'll run over here. Inch just a little bit further. Might be able to get an extra person, though I don't think it's going to be necessary because this is going to max me out. Run back over here. Kick him in the nuts. I know that's not really what's happening, but that's the way I like to think it. I should have started with disengage, but I guess that works too. Suppose I could save it for him then. I don't want to necessarily disengage because I want to get poisoned. That'll power me up to if he even gets to move. Henchman gets to go next. We're gonna chop him. Okay, he no longer gets to go. Good view, good view. Nope. Besides, it was my bounty to destroy these guys. I should automatically fail the bounty if I let them flee. This doesn't matter too much because I'll just ram through. All right. You can see my wartailing gets better and better as time goes on. Let's camp for a second. So I will do the camp fade out as I check my gear, and you can tell me if you like that. I need to find some food for our guys. Oh, there's food right now. Oh, now the food's taken care of. You can hear muffled voices through the debris. I'm gonna save only because if this activates some part of the next quest, I don't want to do that. So I'll just leave the ore alone. All right, mining does reveal something, so we're gonna leave it alone. We will save it for when we reach the County of Arthas and do a video on that properly. If the muffled voices dialogue doesn't appear at that time, I will go ahead and reinsert it from this footage. So if the companions are jumping around because they become more advanced later, that's why. Yeah, I can't Piton my way across that, so let's try following this mountain range and seeing if we can do anything. These bodies are riddled with Herrig arrows. Hopefully that wasn't some mission from the County of Arthas. We'll leave everything as it is for now. Let's see here, does it still reappear if I look at it? Yes. So we'll leave it all there for now, and should that become relevant, we'll come back to this. It's not mine there, which does pique my interest, but I still want to just get back. Wish the game did a little better with pathfinding. There is pretty much no pathfinding. Alright, that's how we can get back out. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, that is apparently a special target. Right, I think that means all the skulls are gone now. Either that or it's still 2 skulls. It's hard to tell with the fade in, fade out business. Speaking of which, this camp will be the jump cut. Saves you a couple seconds. A little bit more abrupt though. You have to let me know what you like better. Yeah, this is how we get to this. Hopefully it's really good loot or something. Now, I would want to go this direction to find the bandit camp, but this is the only time I'm really going to be able to access this, so we have to go around. Unfortunately, you have to activate the Piton while it's not paused. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I've never heard of it until this game. It's not a searchable? There it is. Just a chest right there. I can barely see it. You have discovered a secret. 150 crowns, a Balerian Talisman Vision +1. Okay, I don't know what that means. Is that like for fog in the battles? And knowledge +1. We do have 1 knowledge point. Let's go and read this book. Chronicles of Edoranian. And I haven't used this knowledge point because I'm wondering if I need to spend certain things to get access to some of these. Some of them will say complete the region scenario. That's fine. So I will traverse the game in this order. So we were just in this region apparently. This is the region we're in now with the little hobo sack. I don't know if that's like insensitive to say. But as far as I know, there are some people that take pride in that. Maybe that's just a myth because there's like hobo signs and stuff. Anyways, for example, for me to get fast training, I had to get smooth talk. If I had known about this, I would have gotten smooth talk a lot earlier. What smooth talk does is reduce the recruitment cost of companion. I was thinking like, oh, I'll probably try to recruit these prisoners. Maybe I'll get smooth talk to reduce the influence cost. Okay. And then I unlocked the fast training result, which gives me new recruits gain 1 aptitude point. That means I've lost 1 aptitude point for henchman, 1 last aptitude point for wrongdoer, and 1 aptitude point for executioner. That's 3 levels. So yeah. So I don't know what is released. So I'm going to assume that the Artful Dodgers would unlock. Wait, no, I already have an Artful Dodgers. Okay, I don't know. So once I've saved and stuff, we'll try experimenting to see which one of these I can unlock by picking some of these things here. That's why I haven't spent the knowledge point. Now, if I want to ever come back here, I should leave an item, but I'm pretty sure I'm never going to use this for any sort of storage. So we're just going to close this one. And we will need another Piton to get out of here. Well, I can link it to that. It's fine. This will give me a chance to see if I can actually cross over here, which I don't think I can, but it was one of the things I was asking about earlier. Nope. Okay. Use up all my fuel. Don't like this at all. It's kind of a silly mechanic. Just let me run. In fact, just let me hold shift. And I mean, if you did it without the fatigue thing, then I could just hold shift. And I mean, I'm talking about like the green bar. The green bar is fine, but I should be able to just hold down shift, and then just when it recovers that tiny little sliver, it automatically makes me jog again.